When Frederick opens his eyes, he finds himself lying on the grass in a very strange place. He gets up and looks around. He sees the shining of bright lights coming from behind a hill, so he starts to walk in that direction. As he gets closer, he can hear a large crowd cheering. He walks into the arena and down a long hallway. As he is going down that hallway, he sees a bright light at the end. As he got closer, he could hear the cheers getting louder, people yelling his name. He passes through the light, and there are stairs leading up. He starts to climb. After a couple steps, he realizes it's a stage. And that on this stage is that weightlifting competition. There are other insects competing, like a praying mantis, a grasshopper, and a big horned beetle. And there is a big potato in the middle. The grasshopper goes first. He walks up to the potato, grabs onto it, and tries his hardest, but can't lift it over his head. The mantis is next. He takes a hold, but he can't get it above his waist. The horned beetle steps up to the potato and lifts like it weighs nothing. It's now Frederick's turn. He takes a deep breath and grabs onto it. He gathers his strength and tries his hardest to lift it, but he couldn't even get it off the ground. He tried it from every angle, but the potato isn't moving. He gave it one final push with all of his power. And suddenly, he woke up. Poor little guy. This dream seemed so real that Frederick began to doubt himself. What if this is how it's going to be? What if I sign up and make a fool out of myself in front of the entire colony? I can't let everyone and myself down. If I'm going to do this, I need to get busy. He made himself a clover and almond shake. He put some rocks in his backpack, stretched his legs, and went out the door. At every corner, he would stop and do push-ups. Whenever he noticed something heavy on the road, he would lift it a few times. He did this all the way until he got to school. In class, he couldn't think of anything other than that dream and how he was not prepared to compete. He admitted that this scared him a little, but Frederick was determined. On the way back home, he did the same. Finally, he got home and his mom had prepared a nice hot meal. He ate it and went to his room. Once he finished his homework, he laid down to rest. This was by far the most tiring day of his life. His body was tired and hurting all over. He didn't know if he could have the energy to get up tomorrow and do it all over again. His dad noticed how exhausted he was and asked him what he was up to. Frederick hadn't told his dad about his goal to compete in this tournament because he thought his dad would be disappointed. His dad said, "Oh no, son, are you sure about that?" Frederick said, "Yes, Dad, I want to do something special with my life. I don't want to be ordinary. Look how hard I'm working to prepare myself." His dad replied, "I see, son. If that's what you really want to do, then you should go see Mr. Martin. He is the only one who can help you." Frederick, wondering, said, "Who's Mr. Martin?" His dad said, "Mr. Martin is the only ant who has ever competed in that contest. He came in second place once." Frederick was excited to find out about Mr. Martin. He had a whole new sense of hope.